Another really great strategy is doing one-on-one video marketing, and I practice what I preach. I still run a recruiting business and I coach, but this is how I would reach out to candidates and clients right now. I use a platform called Dub. It'll be linked below for you. If you want to get it, you can save some money with my link. And the metrics that I've been tracking over the past probably year and a half has outperformed any outreach that I've tested. So you're looking at 90% open rates when you send this through LinkedIn, and anywhere from 20 to 30% reply rates. That's right. So if you did 10 of these videos a day, which would take you maybe 30 minutes, okay, you can expect 2.5, 3 responses from managers or candidates. You get a ton of responses from candidates, but managers, clients, 2 to 3 responses is what I typically see if done the right way. So this is a great platform. You would set up your preset, they call it, a video page. I'll show you what that looks like. You want it branded around your recruiting business. This is branded around Recruitemy, but I have a Connect Gen one on here too. You can have this autoplay, and you want to have a very quick pitch on here. I call it a 37-second pitch that I use to help get those type of numbers, like the 20 to 30% response rates. But this is a great way for cold prospecting and warm prospecting. This is what the manager sees. And when you send these through LinkedIn, it shows up as a GIF, I guess they call it, or like an animated image where you're actually waving and going like this. And I personalize it. I say, hey, personalized video message for Bob Jones at IBM. And it makes them want to open it. And that's why the open rates are 90% or higher. So you might be thinking, all right, I don't even know what to say on video, or I got to send 10 of these a day. How am I going to do that? Again, guys, like, nothing happens overnight. This is not a get rich quick scheme. If you're going to start a business, you got to do some work. You got to roll up your sleeves and do the work. So if it just took you 30 minutes a day to do 10 videos where you're going to get 2 responses from clients, why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you find the time to do that? Versus having to make 100 cold calls today, that's going to be miserable and take you all day to do. That's how I see it. So let's recap real quick. We talked about how less important it is for you to get your company incorporated today, to get a website, get a logo. Guys, just sidebar that stuff. That's a distraction for you to move forward and get started. We talked about the quickest way to earn money would be getting your LinkedIn profile optimized properly, getting the banner, the headline, everything dialed in within your niche. Then we talked about having a tool where you could load up thousands of leads through your Navigator account to start doing cold email and outreaches through LinkedIn to start getting responses like Marcy's getting. Then we talked about having really good looking templates that you could send out to clients, like the most placeable candidate form, the shortlist form makes you look different, makes you look weird, which is what you want right now, and separates you from the sea of average recruiters out there. And finally, so far, we've talked about the video marketing strategy through Dub that I use religiously every day. Great way to get 90% open rates, 20, 30% reply rates. All right, so now let's talk about what do you do when a manager bites on your digital portfolio on your MPC. Here's what you do. It's a 3-step process. Number 1, you're gonna reply back to that manager. Fantastic, it sounds like you might have a need for this candidate. I'd like to schedule a 10-minute intro Zoom call with you. I've got availability these times today or tomorrow morning. Get that intro call on the books as soon as possible. Now, the intro call needs to be 10 minutes. Exchange very few pleasantries in the beginning. I want you to be serious yet friendly and respectful, but you're busy, okay? That's your mindset. Most recruiters are subservient when they talk to managers. You're just as busy as this manager is. So you tell the manager, hey, Mr. Manager, it's great to meet you here. Look, I wanna jump right into it. I do have a lot of calls. Say I have a hard stop at 10:30 a.m. and I wanna be respectful of your time and my time. It sounds like you may have a need right now. I wanna learn more about that at another time. But right now, I just wanna make sure this requisition is qualified internally before we spend time going into a partnership together. And then I'm happy to share with you what our fee structure is and how we operate, right? And that's where you get into it. And you're gonna find out real quick if this manager means business or they're just tire kickers. But if they mean business, then what you're gonna do is jump to a discovery call, which will be about 45 minutes long. It's a deeper dive into their requisition, what they need. You're gonna want them to invite all stakeholders to this call so you can start learning the organization and who's involved. And then you're gonna want a discovery form that you can follow on one of your monitors when you actually facilitate this 45-minute discovery call. Something that looks like this. I built one a while back. Let's see here. Let me type in discovery. It should pop up in our applicant tracking system here. Yeah, client discovery form. Here it is. So I'll give you a taste of this, but This is what you want it to look like. Vision and strategy, you want to ask them what their present vision is. How does this role affect the vision? I love the urgency ones. Do you consider this search to be urgency? And if so, why? I literally just follow these questions. And what this does, this was strategically created to get the client talking about their role, and you want them talking more than you're talking. And I've noticed that if I can get a client through this form in 45 minutes and then get them to proposal stage, which is step 3 in the process, this is step 2 that you're looking at, I've got a huge close rate on that. It's usually over 75% where I'm going to close this client because they've committed time into it. They're seeing how my process works. It's very consultative. I'm different than these average recruiters out there who don't do it this way. So when you have defined processes in place, you really become an authority figure and a trusted advisor to your client. And the final step, or step 3, when a client responds to you that they may have a need, this is the journey you take them on. Step 1, intro call, 10-minute intro call. Step 2, discovery call, 45 minutes. Step 3, proposal stage. And actually, I'm going to add one little, maybe step 3A in there that I didn't show you, that you want to send over to your client within 24 hours after this discovery call. I'll show you that. I just thought of it. I'll show you that right after I show you this. This is the proposal that you want to send over. I created one on PowerPoint. I recommend that you do that. Always be selling throughout every stage of this journey with your client. But this is a retained search proposal that I created, and it's a PowerPoint presentation. It's very different. You guys tell me, how many recruiters do this? Not many. Not many are going to create this phenomenal PowerPoint presentation that's going to give the client their fee structure at the end, how we operate, and allow them to digitally sign off on it. So you want something like this to present to your client. All right, so the A part of number 3 would be the job description page that you can create in the applicant tracking system and send this over to your client with the proposal. It just shows that you're going the extra mile. Let me show you how it works. So it's going to be in our template pages and job listing. Here we go. And let me open up the finished product to show you what this looks like, give you a glance of this template. So this is going to be, you're going to brand it with your company name up here, the title of the position that you just learned about from a discovery call. This is an advertisement to A player passive candidates about this great job that you just got. So you're going to email this over to your client with the proposal. Hey, Mr. Manager, great meeting you and your team today. I went ahead and took the liberty of creating this job advertisement page from what I gleaned on our discovery call. And this is going to be what these A player candidates are going to see. Can you go ahead and take a look at it? And by the way, please watch the video that I've done describing your opportunity and your company and your culture and why somebody would want to work with your organization. And let me know what you think about the video. All right, so you're going to actually do a video. You're going to come on screen and talk about the opportunity to candidates. And then you're going to go ahead and fill in these blanks below here as a template, and then your candidates can apply. So what this does, again, it's showing the client that you take your time, that you have processes. I was taught a long time ago by one of my business mentors that the devil is in the details. It really matters. Take your time and do this work. It's going to yield you a lot of money. This is going to get you to not even $10,000 a month, but $20,000 a month and beyond, which is very doable. All right, so that's 3A of the process of when a client gets back to you and the journey that you should bring that client on. And if you do it this way, you have very high chances of closing the deal. All right, so let's wrap this video up. I hope you got a ton of value here, guys. If you did, please smash the thumbs up button below, the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me some comments, some questions. I'll get back to you in a timely fashion. I'm really good about that. There's no bad question here. And in summary, I want to give you guys the software stack that I use, and I'll show you some alternative, cheaper versions of some tools that you can get right away. So I use Dub, the video marketing program that I showed you. I'll have the link in the description for you if you want to get that. It's $20 the first month, $40 going forward, but use my link to get the discount. I also use Recruitemy Leadcast. That's proprietary to Recruitemy. I also use Zoom Info, which is pretty expensive. That's going to be like $5,000 a year or more. I get it every year because it has an ROI. Zoom Info allows me to find company information, phone numbers, email addresses, all the data I would need to do outreaches to clients and candidates. But there are some alternatives to Zoom Info, and here they are, right? So pay attention to these right here. We got Lucia, Swordfish.ai, Namiria, I think is how you pronounce it, These are Contact Out, Rocket Reach. You can ignore Calendly, Discord, and Recruiterly. But these ones right here, the ones I mentioned, are good, cheaper alternatives to ZoomInfo, all right? And again, these are databases where you can get people's contact information, phone numbers, email address, so you can do that outreach at scale. All right, so I know that was a lot. Hopefully you got a ton of value here, guys. And I'm telling you right now, this is a proven system that you just saw for free, right? So what is stopping you? Let's get to work, roll up your sleeves and get these systems in place, and let me know about it. Comment below as you start getting results and responses. If you get a response from a manager that you're not quite sure how to answer, post it in the comments below. I'm happy to help you with that and help you handle any objections that you may be facing. Guys, I'm here for it. I'm rooting and praying for your success. I know you can do it, guys. So as they say, go out there and get Rex and collect your checks.